and welcome to You and You. I'm the Budget Boss, and today we are going to tackle a tax topic that can be very, very confusing. And that is, what is the difference between a tax deduction and a tax credit? First, let's explain what is a tax deduction. A tax deduction is one that will reduce your taxable income. So this is an amount, this is a deduction that you can take on your taxes that will lower the amount of income that you were actually taxed on. So this could be like mortgage interest, student loan interest, charitable contributions, or things of that nature. So all they do is reduce the total amount of taxable income that you then put your tax rate against to know exactly how much you owe in taxes. And then we have a tax credit, which you will always want to have a tax credit instead of a tax deduction, but you take what you can get, right? For tax credits, these are dollar for dollar credits that reduce directly how much you owe in taxes. When you have a tax credit, so for instance, say you owe $1,000 for your tax liability, and if you have a tax credit that's worth $1,000, then now you owe $0 in taxes because your tax credit takes away that tax liability dollar for dollar. You can have a refundable tax credit, a non-refundable tax credit, or a partially refundable tax credit. The refundable tax credit means that once your liability for taxes is reduced to zero, any remaining credit is able to be refunded to you as a refund. If you have a non-refundable tax credit, it reduces your tax liability, but anything left over is lost. And a partially refundable tax credit means that there's a certain limit to how much of that credit you could actually have refunded after you have met your tax liability with that credit. The child tax credit is one of those credits that has a partial refundability aspect to it. Knowing the difference between the tax deduction and the tax credit is very important to our bottom line because it's going to let you know if you're just strictly reducing your taxable income amounts or if you actually have a credit that is going to reduce the actual amount of taxes that you owe. So I hope this information was helpful, knowing the difference between a tax deduction and a tax credit. And please make sure that you check out our video on maximizing your tax refund so that you can gain some strategies and make some plans for what will you do when you receive your income tax refund. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and join our community of money masters and budget bosses, and say it with me now. I'm a budget boss. I'm a budget boss. I see you later.